Today, we're reviewing the WideWheel Pro from FluidFreeride.com. This is one of the best electric scooters you can buy in 2020, and one of our favorites, with great specs featuring dual suspension, ultra-wide tires, fast acceleration, a top speed of 26 miles per hour, and a range of over 20 miles. First, let's see what comes inside the box. Inside, the scooter is fully assembled and folded up. It includes a user guide, the charger, a tool, and a bell to attach to the handlebar. Because the WideWheel has folding handlebars, all you need to do is unfold them and you're ready to ride. Every other scooter we've tested so far requires at least some assembly, usually installing the handlebars. The WideWheel Pro is more expensive than other scooters at $1,300, but for a good reason. Right away, you notice the design of the WideWheel Pro is unique. It's an electric scooter designed to go fast while also being built for longevity. The wide tires give it plenty of traction, and when riding in a straight line, the scooter feels very balanced and stable, even while going at a top speed of 26 miles per hour. It's a much different feeling than riding other scooters with smaller tires. While carving or making tight turns, the wide tires feel strange at first and take a little bit more practice to get right. You ride on the very edge of the wheels, giving it a different feel than scooters that have rounded tires. Compared to the previous version, the WideWheel Pro has an upgraded front stem to prevent wobble that cheaper scooters suffer from. The folding mechanism features a twist knob on the side, which takes a few turns to unlock, but does feel very secure and easy to operate. The WideWheel has folding handlebars, which are very convenient when carrying or storing in a car or small apartment. We find that with other scooters, we always bump into things when carrying them through a doorway. One disadvantage to the folding handlebars is we did notice a very slight wiggle in the handles when riding, especially over bumpy terrain. After a few rides, we did get more comfortable with it. For features, the WideWheel Pro packs many great specs like dual 500-watt motors in the front and back for a total of 1,000 watts. For acceleration, there's plenty of it, especially when in power mode. We did find that the acceleration was a bit too sudden and quick for both eco and power mode. Other customers had complained about it as well, and Fluid Free Ride has listened to the feedback and now offers a throttle upgrade that is discounted to only $19 if you bought your WideWheel through them. The scooter features a top display that is easy to read, even in the bright sunlight. It shows you details that matter most, including speed, mileage, voltage, and also allows you to change the gear selection for different ride modes. You have two riding modes, Eco to conserve battery, or Power to unlock the full power of the scooter. You also have the ability to change the modes while you're riding. There's even an option for cruise control, so the scooter can maintain speed without having to hold the throttle. This is useful for long paths so your thumb doesn't get sore. For the battery, the WideWheel Pro features a 48-volt, 15-amp-hour lithium-ion battery, and they also have upgraded controllers that are more energy efficient. This gives it a range of up to 22 miles, and this is said to be a realistic advertised range. Fluid Free Ride says a 160-pound rider going full speed on flat terrain can expect between 18 and 20 miles. Or if riding in eco mode, that same rider would get 30 miles of range. We tested the range of the WideWheel Pro in real-world scenarios. For our first test, we had a 170-pound rider going in full power mode for a city ride. We rode it at full speed almost the entire time, through plenty of stops and accelerations, as well as a handful of hills. By the end of the ride, we had done 19 miles and the scooter still had a bit of battery life, but very sluggish. We did notice that when the scooter gets down to about a quarter battery life left, it starts to slow down the acceleration to preserve battery. In another range test, we rode on a flat bike path in power mode at a full speed of 26 miles per hour, this time with a 220-pound rider. We rode the scooter until it ran completely out of battery. For this trip, we only got 10 miles of range. Something else we noticed was the battery gauge display will fluctuate, especially when riding with a low battery. The battery gauge seems to be more accurate when you are stopped. You also don't see an exact percentage of battery life, only bars. One feature the WideWheel Pro lacks compared to other scooters is the ability to connect with an app using Bluetooth. This is not a major drawback, but it is a nice feature to have that other scooters in this price range do feature. For suspension, this is where the WideWheel shines. It features dual and rear suspension between the frame and the wheels. This allows it to tackle street terrain and absorb a lot of the shocks when riding over bumps and cracks. The suspension is more stiff and sporty compared to other scooters like the 010X. But that's because the WideWheel sits lower to the ground and has low-profile tires that are built for street riding. The WideWheel is not designed to ride off-road. We did test it and found it hard to ride, especially in any kind of wet or muddy terrain. That's because the tires are flat and smooth. They don't grip on dirt. However, you will have no problem riding on a small part of grass or a hard-packed dirt path if needed. For brakes, the WideWheel features both dual front and rear disc brakes, giving it plenty of stopping power. This will come in handy, especially going 26 miles per hour. You can even do skids with the rear tire if you brake hard enough. For lights, it features a bright front headlight and rear tail light that's built into the back fender, which looks really sleek. The brake light also turns on when you hit the brakes. Overall, we think the WideWheel Pro is one of the best scooters we have tested in 2020. When riding it, you can feel the sturdiness and quality of the build. It has plenty of power, top speed, and range, making it the ultimate scooter not only for commuting, but also joyrides. Fluid Freeride also stands behind their products and guarantees the scooter will perform. They have a 15-day, no questions asked, money back if you don't like the scooter. For warranty, they give 6 months limited warranty for any manufacturer defects, including the battery. After the warranty is over, they will even provide parts and labor at cost, so you have ongoing support at a fair price. Alright, that's it for now. If you're interested in other top electric scooters, be sure to watch our other reviews next.